So the guy who made it, Prism, that video that I talked about, that 43-minute long video.
Wait, hold on. So the guy who made the Kris Tyson's Message My video faked a job interview to ambush the alleged victim and confront them. And when questioned, he started comparing himself to Project. Apparently, he was contacted prior to the... What the fuck? All right, man. I don't know if I want this to go on the main or the second. I'm not 100% right now, but the situation is hot. I might put it on the main. This is the Ava Kris Tyson situation explained. I was trying to find a video that can go over everything because when it started going down, I was on vacation. So like I couldn't follow all the tweets and what was going on. I was just seeing multiple different sources and multiple different things. So I'm hoping he explains the whole thing. It looks like we got a 20-minute beefer. And the last thing I did see was MrBeast tweeted something. I didn't even get to read the full tweet, bruh. So I hope this video was released like 4 hours ago. So I'm hoping he included it, but
You might notice I'm not at my normal setup. I don't sound like I normally do. I probably don't even look like I normally do. And the answer for that's simple. I'm in Paris. I'm on vacation with my mother and my sister, visiting my French family. And I figured I can take a week off, no big deal. Nothing major is going to happen in the time that I'm gone. And the week that I've been gone, Joe Biden dropped out of the presidential race. I was featured on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, which is cool. And there have been a bunch, and I mean a bunch of allegations about Ava Kris Tyson. Now, bear with me.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? It's like, in the last week, there's been allegations against Kris. There have been allegations against Cody Ko. There have been allegations against... There was somebody that used to work at Cartoon Network found with like 600 pieces of CP on his computer. What the fuck is going on? Really? What makes it so hard to stay away from any minors, bruh?
Here it is 1:30 a.m. My family's sleeping. I'm doing the best I can. I got a damn MacBook with 800 tabs open because we're going to go through as many of the credible allegations as I was able to find and actually discuss, you know, what is legitimate, what is not legitimate, you know, how do you discern all that? And before we jump into anything, it's worth noting, Ava is trans, but I'm not going to talk about that after this. I think it's pretty irrelevant.
Okay. I was seeing something earlier, and I want to make this clear. I fuck with all trans people. I ain't got nothing against y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gay, part of the community. I'm not that deep in, but I'm part of the community, right? Being transphobic ain't got shit to do with the situation. However, let me put this out there. How out of touch you know what the allegations are. You know what people are talking about. But the thing you want to tweet is why Moist Critical didn't respect Ava's pronouns. Look at me. Look at me. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. That shit had pissed me off so bad earlier. I'm like, how fucking out of touch are you? How out of touch are you, bro? Anyway, let's get back, though.
Right? I'm just going to discuss what actually and factually happened. The same that I did with the doc. The same that I will do with Cody Ko. You know, like all three of those people are white. I'm not going to make a point about them all being white. In the same way I won't make a point about Doc being straight. In the same way I won't make a point about Ava being trans. Don't think it's relevant. I'll just refer to her as she. And then the shit that she did that I think is bad, call it out the same. Anyway, jumping into it, the first thing, and I think the most egregious in, like, definitely...
See, I seen shit like this, and they were talking about people. Like, I was trying to keep up with it. I really was. And I seen shit like this, and they was talking about... And I'm like, who the fuck are these people that they're talking about? Who are these people that they're talking about? So I had no clue. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to... Because they was talking about, like, oh, Kris was fantasizing about or something about the drawings. I'm like, I don't even know who this person is. So I can't even... Why you hit the 203 people in here? I'm sorry, man. I just had to get my point across.
Happened thing is pertaining to lolly drawings. What is that? Is basically like, and I'm just reading here from an article, which is basically underaged art of girls, which is crazy to use the word art there, but there is a notorious lolly artist called Shadman, who I've like heard about in passing, but has a few big controversies under his belt. The first
I never knew that.
He made like sexual art of Keemstar's 7-year-old daughter giving Donald Trump a blowjob. That's a real thing that he
fuck? Nah, you'd have to die on baby. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna lie, Keemstar, you need to stand on bit. That nigga would. What the fuck is going on? What is happening? And you know what else? You know what also just pissed me the fuck off? Is when you see all these allegations about these people coming out and shit just going south and it just being terrible, and niggas is on Ninja's head about him saying he avoids any situation that can be bad at all times. Meaning he doesn't stay in a room alone with the woman. If there's somebody other than if it's not his wife, he's not staying in a room alone with the woman. He just takes himself out of the situation. And niggas was coming at him like, oh, that's weird. You gotta do this. If he wants to protect himself from shit like this, respect that. Because if he was in a room like that and those allegations did come up, what's it gonna look like? Real fucking bad. Real fucking bad. I respect the nigga that's trying to remove themselves from situations that could even look bad. You might not have bad intentions, but if it looks bad, it's detrimental, bro. Shout out to Ninja for being that upstanding and that fucking respectable about situations. If that's what he wants to do to protect himself, who am I to be mad at it? And why are you mad at it when you have people and allegations like this coming out every fucking week? Every week. It's every week. It's been damn near every week. You know how like they have like a yearly fucking a meme calendar, a meme of the month? There's literally been a of the month for every month this year being exposed. It's like it's fucking insane. Ever since the beginning. Do you know how crazy it is to have a of the month? Like, and they were all creators. They were all creators. This shit is spooky, bro.
He actually did that was out there on the internet because he lost a bet, which is a crime. Shouldn't happen. I don't give a shit what you think about Keemstar. It's just all fucking horrible things to do. And also drew art of Daphne.
Listen, a nigga like me, I don't give a fuck about Keemstar. Bruh, Keemstar K, I can't stand this nigga. But that right there is some sick shit. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't give a fuck who is being done. That is some sick shit, especially somebody that had nothing to do with anything that Keemstar. 7-year-old daughter.
Keen, who is an actress who was 12 at the time, in the movie Logan, being molested and beaten up. So really.
Wait.
Art of Daphne Keene, who is an actress who was 12 at the time, in the movie Logan, being molested and beaten up. So really, the guy went from maybe drawing like Lolly, which is like supposed to be fictional anime 1,000-year-old dragon characters, to just like real children, human in the real world in sex positions, which is like a fucking crime, at least in my book. So anyway, that's Shadman. That is the artist who did all this. And what is Ava's relationship to Shadman? Well, it seems like for years an avid follower or perhaps fan. And this video by Adrox distills it pretty well and talks, I'm just going to highlight a few of the key moments here about their relationship.
There are two versions of her in the show. In one, she's 17, and in the other, she's 10.
This is talking about a certain anime character.
Shadman posted a 10-year-old version stating, "What is this, and why do people keep sending me this?" Ava replied underneath saying, "Please, Shad, please. I believe everyone on the..."
Now, it's pretty obvious what Ava is saying there when she's writing, please, Shad, please. It's like, please make, lolly art of this, which is, like, a generally weird thing to do. But that's not where it ends with the Shadman arc. It's pretty obvious.
You know what it pisses me off so bad. Because, like, I was trying, like, niggas was bashing Kris because Kris was trans. And I was trying, like, you know what I'm saying? There was even somebody in the chat that I banned for making fun of Kris being trans. And it's just like... Banned. Now, I don't respect any transphobia whatsoever, but it's just like, damn, nigga! In almost every MrBeast reaction, I got your fucking back for you to be this fuck. Oh my god, almost. I'm getting pissed. In every MrBeast reaction, y'all couldn't tell me I ain't have fucking Ava's back, bruh.
Obvious based off a live stream that Ava did, that she was a frequent browser of Shadman's website as well.
Ava will post a clip from their live stream where they accidentally visited Shadman's website. What's even weirder is that they gave him a shout out stating, shout out to Shadbase for having safe for work drawings today. I accidentally put up his website on stream.
Which is like, not only doing it, but then also like tweeting it out has a level of normalcy that shouldn't exist with a person like Shadman who draws the shit that he does, right? But the most egregious part of the relationship between Shad and Ava is a drawing that like people are theorizing might have been like contracted, like she might have paid for, or at the very least bought a print of, and that's this drawing here that's blurred out.
Girl wearing a please be patient, I have autism cap, pointing a gun at her mouth. She has a fidget spinner as an earring and a spade tattoo on her thigh that says BBC, which we all know what it means. On November 18,
we do all know.
Ava responded to a tweet from Grande and MrBeast stating, this is coming from a guy who owns a Shad-based drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room.
And now people thought that was a joke, maybe. Like some people maybe just read this as like edgy. You don't actually have a Shadman drawing. But it was later discovered this is featured in an actual MrBeast video. It's like a MrBeast like buying my friend or pizza driver a home video. And here is that exact drawing you can see in the corner that I assume is Ava's drawing that was in this home. So like not only was talking to Shadman on Twitter, like pulling up the website on stream by accident, but even like buying the prints of this dude who's literally just drawing child. Like there's no other way. He's just doing that. So this is 100% true. This 100% happened and is fucked up. Is a bad thing to have in your past. And so if you've seen anything of that happened. Moving on, next allegation. Because again, these all kind of like came crashing down, similar timing. I feel like once the first allegation caught wind, a bunch more got added too. And another one that's just 100% factually true is like an old video of Ava where she shares revenge pics of Jennette McCurdy from iCarly. I'll just play the clip here.
How's it going, you guys? So maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it. First off, what I have to say.
And then Ava goes on to say that, like, you shouldn't share revenge pics,
but
and it's, like, wrong to do, and people like Perez Hilton are bad for doing it. But then, like, does it. Like, just says and presumably put the link to just pics of Jennette McCurdy in the description of, like, I'm assuming a YouTube video here. So this happened. It was a weird thing to do. It felt like it was an attempt at being journalistic or thorough, but was actually just a fucked up thing to do. So that 100% true. Next, there are these screenshots and screen recordings of tweets that are going around that have a bunch of likes and views on Twitter. And I'm just going to share them here real quick. You can see, we could play Fortnite. I beat you last time. This is the presumably 14-year-old who was talking to Ava, who was allegedly 18 at the time.
What?
And then, you don't want anything expensive for your birthday? I could spoil you. I don't know.
I could spoil you. What? Bro, what? That sounds very keep them away from the kids-ish.
It's fine. These messages are just fake. These are just 100% fake Twitter messages. I don't know how so many people got tricked into believing them.
Okay, Jesus.
It literally says today, like on the screenshot with these messages, which is impossible. Because how would the screenshot, even if the person, you know, the kid or whatever were to have screenshotted it today, like 8 years ago, it says Ava Kris Tyson. And Ava did not transition until years later. So if this is from 2020 and Ava didn't transition until 2023, how is it possible that the screenshot exists and says today? The answer, because it's fucking fake. And it's even just fake by reading it. I mean, look at this shit. It's Ava going, I love you. Oh, I meant I love playing Minecraft with you. Obviously fake. Insane that people believe this. I think a lot of people honestly are...
Here's my thing. Also, if you're doing shit like this, you're bottom of the barrel, bro. There's probably, like... You invalidate every other thing that could have fucking happened in real situations. When you do shit like this, just to try to get some interaction and engagement and shit like that, you invalidate everything that everybody's potentially been through with that person. Like, I really think people who do this are clear bottom of the barrel. You're literally faking being fucking. You're faking being for engagement. How bottom of the barrel can you fucking... You're scraping at this point. You have nothing to offer. Holy fuck.
People who might have just hated Ava and then trying to find a reason to hate Ava, there are valid reasons to do it. Like the Shadman one, right? Like the Jeanette McCurdy thing. That is a valid reason. You don't have to make up shit. I think that's pretty fair. Don't make up shit to be mad at someone for when there's legitimate shit to be mad at them for, right? The next one is a Snapchat conversation that's been going around that has just like a few sort of out of context messages, just like saved messages, archived messages from Ava. One of them is like sharing that Belle Delphine is going to sell bath water. Another one is just saying, thanks, Dad. And this is a trend we'll see later on. We'll talk about that in a minute, but that's something that Ava does a lot. And then just other conversations, like vague posts. Nothing too weird, but bear in mind, these are Snap conversations with like a 14-year-old when Ava was like college age, I believe like 19 years old. And these are 100% legitimate. It comes from this guy, Young No Name, and said after posting these pictures online, I'll only say that in regards to the Snapchats and messages that went crazy that I took down. It is weird to send those messages to a 14-year-old because Young No Name was 14 at the time, but it never went past the edgy jokes at all. As for all the other stuff, I can't say. And then went a little more defensive today and said most of these texts by Kris Tyson were taken with no context, and they did not go further than the jokes in the snaps. Kris could have been replying to anything I sent. There was no bad intention of the messages between us. The other stuff I cannot speak for. So basically saying, like, after posting the messages himself, it was just edgy jokes. But this is a trend of Ava sending edgy jokes to like
kids,
teens, right? Like younger teens, excuse me.
You know what I think it is? I think it was people who weren't cool in high school seek validation. They seek validation. You know what I mean? And what more validation can you get, especially if you didn't have none as a kid, than kids looking up to you and you be like, I'm this big, you know what I'm saying, and 14-year-olds. I need you niggas to go outside, bruh.
While being like, 19 years old, sending it to 14-year-olds. Because it didn't just happen with Young No Name. It also happened with this guy, Nathan, who made a video, and I'll just play a clip from here.
I was definitely uncomfortable at being called daddy by a 20-year-old. Even just thinking about it now, it's just uncomfortable.
And now you might be wondering, like, okay, how do you even end up in a position as like a 20-year-old, 19-year-old, whatever it is, talking to, 14, 15-year-olds? And it seems like a lot of this started from work. These are basically all people who at one point or another were part of like a Discord server and acting as Discord mods. Some of them got elevated to position of like MrBeast gaming producers who would help like basically build the Minecraft worlds that they used to use, or like setting up a Gmod server. So people who had like the technical ability and the free time that a fucking high schooler does were all added to like a private Discord server that later became a public Discord server where these edgy jokes were kind of shared. For the most part, almost all of these jokes and comments from Ava are happening in like group messages. But fact remains, Ava's still like around 20 at the time, and there are minors who are like around 14 who are seeing these jokes. Okay, so there's a history of Ava talking somewhat inappropriately to like minors who were like Discord sort of workers, employees, mods, I guess if you will. But the biggest accusation came with a guy named Lava. And I'll just read it out here. Kris Tyson from MrBeast has been messaging a male minor starting when the minor was around 13. This is Lava, and Ava was 20. The two constantly joked inappropriately with each other about hentai addiction, sending suggestive pictures, etc. They confirmed met up together when the minor was 16. So, like, the worst faith interpretation of this is Ava this 13-year-old and then met up with them, right? What happened at this meetup? I think that is like the most obvious question. And this is definitely the biggest, and it's worth going through. So let's go through it together. Now, this all dropped from a video from this guy named Prism, which is a very hard video to watch. Not because like the content necessarily of the messages, but because it is literally 43 minutes of this guy in a park bench with the messages printed out, reading the message and flashing it up for seconds at a time. And so I've tried to go through them, but there are a few different circumstances where like Ava just says some out-of-pocket stuff to a fucking minor. Now, the most egregious one is like Ava seems to have had this sort of like habit of calling everyone dad or at points daddy. And that also applied to like 13, 14, 15.
That's
like
fucking
it would be the same if it was presumably talking to like a...
I don't even call my dad daddy. And I don't know that nigga. Why would I bro, like, I would say it jokingly to the homies. Like, you know, what's that meme? That Caillou meme? I'd say it jokingly to the homies, but I don't even call my mom mommy. Why would I add a Y to that end of that bitch? Like, what? I call my mom. I'll sometimes say, my mommy's here on some shit like, but I don't even call her mommy. I'll speak to her in third person and say she's my mom, or like, you know what I'm saying? But I'll never call her. You know what I mean? So what the fuck I look like calling, like, yeah, that shit's weird.
MrBeast member, as it were, talking to Lava here, which is weird when you're 20 and you're calling someone dad or daddy. That's weird. Now, Lava and Ava originally got connected because Lava won a CSGO knife giveaway from a MrBeast video. And so Ava was the one who like had the connection with those knives, got the contact information, sent it out. Later on, Ava was looking for like Discord moderators to help set up a Discord channel. And Lava, who had some experience in that, was like, I'll do it. And that's how the two originally got connected. Lava started doing work as a Discord moderator, moved on to doing work as like a Minecraft modder, would occasionally create like Gmod lobbies, basically just different tech stuff in the gaming world that would help for like the MrBeast gaming channel, or just for Ava personally. And I've confirmed all of this because I talked to Lava directly. Now, in working with Ava, they ended up being in like the same Discord server that started as like a private, Discord server, which is where all these messages are from. None of these messages are from private DMs between the two of them, but they still contain a lot of inappropriate jokes, like this one here. Now, it's worth noting this is not like a private snap that Ava sent directly to Lava. It was part of a Snapchat group chat that they were both in, but fact remains, like, maybe you shouldn't just be in a fucking group chat with a 14-year-old who you've hired to be like a Minecraft modder, right? Your relationship should be professional, and that is it. And you can't talk like you would in a boys chat with all of your same age friends as you would in a chat with someone who you've hired who is 14 years old when you're 20. I think it's pretty fair. That's just a fact that Ava should not have talked in that Discord server like she did with minors present, all right? Especially minors who are, like, in that situation because they are working for you. A lot of the things that were said were just inappropriate. Like, just fucking, you shouldn't drop the Coming for America joke when the 14-year-old's in the Snapchat group chat. Make sense? The Snapchat group chat shouldn't even have a 14-year-old in it in the first place. But Lava refuted the claim that he was
I did see this.
or basically that he was groomed. He said these videos were massive lies, twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong, just made a few edgy jokes. The videos that he attached aren't actually the ones that include the messages. It's totally different videos, but I digress. Lava says, not a victim. And how these videos and messages were discovered in the first place is also kind of wild. So the guy who made it, Prism, that video that I talked about, that 43-minute long video.
Wait, hold on. So the guy who made the Kris Tyson's message video faked a job interview to ambush the alleged victim and confront them. And when questioned, he started comparing himself to Project. Apparently, he was contacted prior to the... What the fuck? See, like... This shit is a mess, bro. This shit is a fucking mess, bro. So you, like, you're... Bro, even if the nigga... Like, he says he's not a victim, right? He says he's not a victim. Even if he was a fucking victim, you think that's how you get an answer out of a victim? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Yo, bottom of the fucking barrel, bro. You fake an interview and ambush them and start telling them they were... What are we talking about?
Faked a job interview to ambush the alleged victims and confront them. And when I asked Lava directly... That's exactly what he told me. In fact, you can see this is the DM from Prism to Lava, who said, "My name's Martin. I would like to interview you. I want to interview an anime fan. I think it'd be interesting because you worked on the MrBeast server. I will pay you if you would like." Which was not at all the intention. You know, Prism obviously had some inkling that there was, like, inappropriate messages and wanted to uncover them, but, like, went through it in a very, like, shady way. I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't just think to be forthcoming, but that is what he did. He also... sat on this story for 1 year.
Or a year went by, and it's still, the information has not gotten out.
And the reason is because he wanted it to go out through a different source and said that he reached out to 50 plus people. This video is a nightmare watch, but he reached out to, and this is a real list, Charlie Kirk, EDP, Oompaville, Chris Hansen, Sam Hyde, and Chris Chan. Which is weird. Why would you reach out to EDP to...
Like, I can't... What the fuck is going on? Okay, I'm speechless at this point.
To be the one to drop the news on Ava having inappropriate conversations with someone. That's the wrong guy for the job. I mean, that's like being down 2 points and giving Slime the ball for the game-winning shot. It just doesn't make sense. That's not the guy that you pick. Prism apparently also stalked one of the people to try to get them to drop this story. Again, this is all...
Stop, like, and it makes your information so much less... This is why people do actual investigations. You're telling me you stalked it, like... Who's going to want to listen to you or even take your information serious because of the way you're going about it? You're weird too. Like, this doesn't make you any less weird. Like, bro, allegations is one thing. The nigga denied the allegations. The alleged victim denied the allegations. Was he still being weird? Yeah. But you not making it any better by stalking niggas, ambushing a said victim. Like, you're weird too, buddy. Hey, do you know 44% of y'all aren't subscribed? Go ahead and hit that button. And also go check out my gaming channel where I upload things like Spider-Man gameplay, Fortnite, Modern Warfare, older games, newer games, anything I can get my hands on, I'll play it. Go check it out. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, man.
And so with the Chris Chan thing, I took me and my business partner, and we went to Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Drove halfway across the United States. We searched the Chesterfield.
You know what, chat? I really do feel like he's one of those people that throw rocks and hide their hand. Cause he looked like one of them niggas that need to leave kids alone too. If not the kids, like preteens, you don't look too far off, and your actions are speaking loud and clear, my nigga.
Gateway homes, because we believed he was there. That's where people speculated he was being held at. And we looked for Kris Chan. We did not see him there. It was a group home for mentally challenged people.
You went to a group home for mentally challenged people to look
Dude,
for
what the fuck?
For Kris
Just
Chan.
post the screenshots in like a 45-second YouTube short, and that would get the job done. You don't have to do that. That doesn't. Why would you go to Kris Chan of all people? That's insane. That's a whole other story. As far as Lava's opinions, it wasn't that. But I do think it was severely inappropriate conversations that you shouldn't be having with a 14-year-old.
Thanks for
as
the
far as
vid.
the meetup,
I'm about to
that's the
send.
final,
This might be a main channel too. I'm about to send this to you.
kind of hole in this story. Well, I asked Lava about it, and it wasn't as nefarious as some people make it out to be. Basically, Lava's family, and this is from Lava directly, I talked to him, vacations in North Carolina and wanted to meet up to hang out with the people that he had been working for years. At this point, he was 16 years old, so he'd been working for the MrBeast team for like MrBeast Gaming for a couple of years at this point. So this is them in the RV. This is a picture that he gave me directly. Those feet down there are actually his dad's feet because he went with his family. So it wasn't weird in any way, shape, or form. He ended up working on a couple of MrBeast videos while he was there. I believe some Minecraft videos in the RV. But it was with his family. Nothing weird happened. It was totally just to hang out with the people that presumably he idolized, looked up to, and also worked for. Now, Ava has made an apology to all of these allegations.
I didn't like, bro, I've been so out of the loop. I didn't read none of Ava's tweets. I didn't read none of MrBeast's tweets. Hold on. I would actually like if I was past your comments if it hurt anything. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, I've mutually decided it's best to permanently step away from all things MrBeast. Social media, focus on my family, mental health. I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations has vocally supported that. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I heard in my post, past actions, and those. So here's what Kris is guilty of: looking for that whoever that fucking artist is. I want to say that's fucking weird. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Drawing that, seeking that out, and that shit is fucking weird. Posting that revenge porn of what's the name in a YouTube video, fucking weird. And making and just being too close and having too being a little weird and being too close to 14-year-olds. There was no grooming. That's what is being said. It was just weird. You're being weird, and then the being close, asking for those pics and shit, and then being with it looks very fucking bad.
But because there are so many, this initial apology was shit. I mean, I'll just read it. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. If it hurt or offended anyone, it was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've decided to mutually part ways. I think it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. So it seems like, I mean, at least as far as now, it was a mutual decision to step away. I don't know if it was a quitting or a firing exactly. Some people love to say mutual when it wasn't.
While this video is being edited, MrBeast dropped a statement about it. He basically said that he was the one who fired Kris, which I thought might have been the case. So that is true. And that he's also doing a third-party investigation to basically see, what involvement it had with MrBeast Incorporated and what was just Kris by her own actions. So we'll see what comes of that, but just wanted to include this a little bit.
And it seems like a blanket I did it statement, kind of because the PR talk and because it doesn't refute anything. Now, a couple hours later, Ava followed up and did refute the grooming stuff. But because it was later, look at the view difference. 33 million on this one, 1.8 million on this one. And I think the reality is most people have left this thinking that Ava
did groom Lava.
has admitted guilt to all allegations. But she does refute that she never groomed anyone. The person who brought up the accusations against Lava are spreading, false rumors, and Lava has supported me. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I've hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and to those who feel betrayed by how I used to act online. To lump these two factors together and create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. I learned my old humor is unacceptable, and I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. And that's where it leaves us. That's where it leaves us. Did Ava try to groom young teenage kids to eventually meet up with them to do like pedophilic shit? No, that never happened. Did Ava have severely inappropriate conversations with several different minors and then also have a history of supporting a lolly artist, even purchasing some of that lolly art? Yes. Is that worthy of being removed from MrBeast? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely you should, And even if Ava's a totally different person now, those former actions are still your responsibility. And I think it is smart to have stepped down or been fired. I don't know exactly how it actually went down. And that's where it currently leaves us at. I'm going to make a video in the next couple days on this channel because I had a lot of shit come my way about taking too long to make this.
Hey, Sneeko, shut the fuck up, nigga. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. That's one thing I want to... Sneeko, shut your cuckhead ass up, nigga. You was the nigga that said you like cuties. We're not forgetting that. You right in that boat, nigga. You still weird. How you still have a support system? I don't fucking get it, nigga. You openly admitted to liking cuties, you fucking weirdo. Nothing you say is valid, nigga. You watch your bitch get fucked by another man and you say you like cuties. Shut your hoe ass up, nigga. Fucking cokehead. Yeah, it's public news that you was fucking sniffing, nigga. That nigga's a cokehead. I don't know if he still do it, but you used to. And I'm looking at you weird. Fucking, oh my God. W video. Shout out Loic. Nasty pause? Nah, it is a nasty pause. Let me not do him like that.
While on vacation with my family.
Bro, facts. Niggas can't go on vacation, bro. I leave for 3 days. From the 21st to the 24th for 3 days. And look what happened. But shout out Ludwig, man.